Warning, Investment Stories is available for educational purposes only. The producers of this show must insist that the information presented does not constitute and should not be construed as financial or investment advice. We highly recommend that you do your own research or consult with a professional prior to investing. Hi, and welcome to Investment Stories. Here we talk about material and non-material investments that help you reach your goals, change your life, deal with failure, or simply find a new perspective on things. Good investments in yourself usually start with finding your authentic voice. How hard would it be for you to transform your thoughts and vibes into the right message, whether it's at your job, school, or a new project? Would people hate what you have to say or agree with it? Our first guest has the right answers. I'm here today with Nat Mailhot, the owner of the leadership coaching company called Teen Talk. She's a TED leader, a speaking coach, and a wonderful mom. Nat helps people master efficient communication as early as teenage. So let's dive in. Hey Nat, how are you?
Hey Vera, it's great to be here.
What is the concept behind Teen Talk?
So Teen Talk was really born out of a need I saw, and it stemmed from something that I experienced, as a young person, as a tween, as a teen, where, you have to go in front of class, you have to do these presentations. I just hated it. The judgment I felt, I thought it was hard. Nobody would listen to me. And I remember walking out of my own high school, and I had my daughter with me. So she might have been about 2 or 3 at the time. And I remember walking out and turning back and looking at the school and thinking, nobody ever taught me how to do this. Nobody ever taught me how to answer questions in an interview, how to do a school presentation. And I looked down at her and I said, you know what, this is not going to happen to you. And that's really where Teen Talk was born, was to fulfill a need that I truly believe is there. It's not that teachers don't do this. They do talk components in the curriculum. Their teaching load is so heavy that they don't necessarily take the time to teach this concept. They say, hey, you have to do a presentation in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, make it happen.
How hard was it to start it?
So the resources weren't too many. I mean, I think what would you say? My overhead is very, very low. The overall investment, not big. I think it's the time that is the biggest investment, because this is it's not a novel topic, but it's something that you have to get out there.
How rewarding has it been to just run this kind of program over the past years that you've been doing it?
It's almost been 10 years, and it is probably when I walk out of a school and kids say, Miss Natalie, are you coming to our class today? That is the biggest gift any kid could give me, because it means whatever I'm doing, they're enjoying, they like it, they want more of it. The reaction I get, the participation level. Are we going to do this today, Miss Natalie? We're going to practice this today, Miss Natalie? That is the most rewarding part. It's when the kids. And then the second level is when the teachers recognize the value. That's even better.
How fast do people usually see the results with your coaching?
I love this question, because I think it really depends on who you're talking about and what the end result is. So when it comes to kids and I'm in schools or individual coaching, their results vary in the sense that in a school, I'm only there 4 to 6 sessions. I'll see a small result. I'll see them counting their filler words. I'll see them helping each other out with putting answers together. And then with individual clients, usually they're showing up with specific projects. They have a presentation to nail. They have a job interview, a school interview. So we really focus on what they need done. And with any professionals that I work with, I would say that the framework is very similar. We walk through, those language patterns. What does that look like? What words are you using repeatedly to, avoid silence? And, I don't know if you know, and I think I never put it in words, but when we use filler words, it's really about the lack of confidence that we have in what we have to say.
Or thought.
Yeah. Well, people, they and they they use it's that confidence level of saying, okay, I know this, I got this. So we want to wash some of it out. We can't get rid of everything because we're human. We look at the structure, like how are you answering questions? What does your presentation look like? What do you want it to feel like? And then, we're a bit on a smaller screen, but what do you do with these? And if you're standing, do you have to walk around the room? How are you going to use your body? And put all those pieces together to make you whole as a speaker. And that's my ultimate goal, is to show somebody that they can be a whole speaker with all these different pieces of what I call the speaking puzzle.
You're making people whole. I like that.
I'm making people whole. And to get to that wholeness, it takes a little bit of time. So, currently I'm working with a corporate client and we've been together 3 months, and every other week there's something new that pops up that we keep honing in on her skills to make sure that she's feeling more confident about what she's saying, that she's communicating clearly the messages she needs. I always do a follow-up with clients, after they do the presentation. What worked well? What didn't work well? What can we do differently next time to make sure that you feel better about it? It's really that ultimate goal of feeling good about what you have to say to be a good speaker.
I like that you related to feeling good, because ultimately it's a change in feelings, right? Like how you feel before you actually speak, right?
We have so many speaking opportunities. I put together a quote when I first started my business. Every opportunity is a speaking opportunity. How will you seize it? And the purpose of that is that you have to grasp each time, even if it's just a colleague answering, you need to answer a question. How are you going to do that and do it well? Some people do it naturally. Other people need a little bit of work. And to feel good about what you have to say, sometimes you need to practice. You need to prepare. And you need somebody to help you do it.
What type of backgrounds do you work with primarily?
Most of the schools that I work with are North America. I am fortunate enough to be also working internationally in the Dominican Republic at a school that my daughter attends. So I'm working with students from grades about 5 till 12. And along the way, we focus on different skill levels depending on age and experience. And teachers who seek my help really want the kids to have a foundation of the skills so that they can carry that through with them. So grade 7 students are my like the sweet spot, because they're just starting in Quebec, they're starting high school. So it's a great time to say, hey, here are these skills. Now you can carry through all of your high school years with them. And I've had students, I've had one school, I've done every grade up until last year. They'd all seen me. And then I have clients that sort of pop up out of the woodwork, professionals who are looking for a little bit of help. And I would say, they're in their 20s, early 30s, and they're just looking for that support because they have a sales pitch that they have to do, or they have a deck they want to run through. They just want somebody to give them feedback and tips to just make it better.
In your opinion, what kind of leaders we will be seeing in the next 5 years?
With everything that's out there right now, and I say in terms of technology, kids, we're just gonna make a blanket statement. Kids have everything they need to be the leader that they want. The difference is that doesn't mean that they're going to. With all of the tech, the AI, the communication tools that we have, they have such opportunity to create leadership. Now, with leadership, in my opinion, comes communication. If you are not a strong communicator, you cannot be a strong leader, because leaders have people listen to them. If you're not communicating clearly and you're not sending out a clear message, nobody's going to want to listen.
Do you feel like kids these days are losing social skills that they need for proper presentation and leadership skills?
Yes. Technology is a great thing, but it can be a not so great thing as well. And when we bury ourselves in phones and computers and tablets, we are not, communicating with people, and things get lost through technology. Tone, intonation. What did I really mean? Communication will never go away. It's the way we communicate that is changing.
I feel like kids these days do prefer live streaming, which seems like a popular format, but and they have been developing certain skills specifically for live streaming. But when it comes to live communication, like IRL communication, it doesn't really happen as fluently, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's not, there's no one to blame for this. It's just the way things have happened. And ultimately, what I do is to kind of bring them back to the original and show them how they can use it.
Is there anything you want to add that people need to know about your current business, or what are the plans in the next year?
I'm really excited to announce that I secured a TEDx license. So I will be launching a TEDx event in Cabarete. It's called TEDx Cabarete. So that's my biggest project that I'll be doing in the next year, showcasing speakers from the Dominican and expats or locals that want to share their big ideas. I don't have necessarily a theme, but I love the idea of sustainability. So we'll see how that goes, but I can keep posted on that, Vera.
That would be awesome. So for anybody looking to connect with Nat, I will be attaching links on how you can find her, and they will be in the description. But
Awesome.
hey, thank you so much for joining today. And we were really excited to have this little chat. And I hope you have a great rest of your week.
I will. It is going to be fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in to Investment Stories. We hope you enjoyed the conversations. If you have questions you'd like to share with our guests, reach out to our email attached in the show description. Remember that every story holds a lesson, and every lesson offers an opportunity for innovation. Stay tuned for our next episode, and have a sweet day.